The war in Syria is entering its 8th year, and the aerial bombardment by government forces continues. As regime forces and remnants of ISIL are both attacking opposition-held areas in the northwest, rebel fighters are struggling to maintain Idlib province, which is one of their last strongholds. Refugees leave in the driving rain by any way they can, some on trucks with little more than a blanket shielding them from the winter weather. The internally displaced pour into refugee camps that aid agencies say are stretched to the limit. A tent city is being constructed in Idlib near the Turkish border to hold tens of thousands forced from their homes in the past fortnight. And many more Syrians from rebel-held areas have travelled to the area in hope of safety and respite, putting the total number of IDPs at 750,000. Look to small rebel-held pockets of Syria, and it's clear why. The latest airstrikes struck eastern Ghouta to the east of the capital, Damascus. The suburb of 400,000 people has been besieged by government forces for 5 years. Eastern Ghouta is one of the so-called de-escalation zones, brokered last year by Iran, Russia and Turkey. But people there have reason not to trust the agreements. Videos show the destruction after government forces bombarded targets east of Damascus on Saturday. Everyone from the elderly to the very young are affected.
I was with my grandfather and brother. Then we went out and heard planes. Everything was okay. And then the bombing started, and all of a sudden this happened to us.
Idlib is also considered a de-escalation zone, but the deal to reduce fighting is proving to be difficult to enforce. Rebels including Hayat Tahrir al-Sham and the Free Syrian Army controlled large areas of land here, and the regime backed by Russian air raids are maintaining intense pressure on the rebels. While the growing number of internally displaced have temporary respite from the bombs, it's unclear how long they'll remain relatively safe. Burdon, Manley, Al Jazeera.